Hey guys, Mark here. So I found this old fork here, probably from the 1940s. I got it at an auction and it is filthy. Like, it's filthy right now. We're gonna get a picture, like a close-up of this. This has been through a lot, I can tell you that much. Found it at an auction, and a lot of people would think, well, that's worthless. What are you gonna do with this thing? Okay, what are you gonna do with this? Well, I'm gonna show you what I do with them right now. So let's go over to the buffer. So over here, we're gonna clean this. We're gonna start cleaning it. It's really dirty. Already starting to look awesome. This is a great pattern, actually. It's called Jubilee. And you can see how fast this buffer cleans it up. It does a great job. I gotta really get in there because it is really dirty. But it's gonna look brand new when I get done with it. So we're gonna go ahead and do both the fork part and the handle, because we're gonna show you what I do with them. All right, and we'll get a picture of it now that it's all cleaned up. I'm gonna put it in the water right here, just kind of cool it down. All right, and then we'll come over here and get this, and we'll show you the difference that it makes. I'll try to get, I'll put it in my hand here in just a second. I just want to show you how something that was so dirty and looked worthless now looks like this right here. Looks really pretty. And then it's still got a couple spots on it, but we'll make it look really great when we're done. All right, so let's get to work on this thing. So I want to make a ring out of it first. So we're going to take part of the handle and make a ring. And I'm just going to make a little mark, I don't know, right here. And then we'll go over here to this cutter. So I'm going to cut it. This is where I cut everything, right here. And so just real quick, it's cut. So now we have, this is what we have, 2 pieces. And we're gonna save this for later. I'll show you what I'm gonna do with this part as well. So I gotta go down here and sand this off. This is my belt sander. Just gonna kind of round that off a little bit. Make sure we get it nice and smooth. Just like so. Right. I'm gonna take it over here to the buffer. So we're here at Silver Dollar City at the Bent Spoon. And we just had a customer poke his head in there for a minute, but. All right, so back to this. So we're buffing out. This is my buffer here. We're gonna make this nice and smooth. I'm gonna make it nice and smooth here on this end right here. I don't want it to feel sharp or anything when somebody puts it on. Nice and smooth. All right, there we go. Then we'll go here and clean it off, and then we're gonna come over here and we're gonna start making this ring. We've got this section right here, and we're gonna take and start making it right here on the ring bender. Let's go to this side first. And then we're just gonna start bending. I think Donnie's gonna get a pretty good shot of it over my shoulder here. It's a good thing he's really tall and I'm not so tall, but we're gonna try to show you how this is going here. So far, so good. All right. And so just to kind of even it out, sometimes I'll switch ends. Go back this way just to make sure it's good and even. Can't see much of it right now, but I'll show you once we get it. And move it over here, just kind of finish it out. And I'll give you a size. I'll show you what size it ended up being here in just a second as well. So just like that, it goes pretty quick. We got ourselves a really cool ring. Let's see what size that is. So if somebody wanted to buy this, it would be size 10. So we got a size 10 ring here. That's really pretty. So the last step is we go back to the buffer here. We're gonna buff that out really good, just to make it shiny. Kind of a last cleaning here, and then we'll show you the finished product. Be nice and shiny. Ouch, and hot. So here is the finished product. And guys, just a little bit ago, this thing was filthy. Just a couple of minutes ago, this thing was filthy and it didn't look like it was any good for anything. And when you see this thing now, you're gonna be amazed at how quickly something can go from filthy, dirty, to nobody wants it, to now absolutely beautiful. And there's a few people who'd want this right here. Now, you're thinking, well, Mark, what about the other part? Here's the other part. This is the fork part. So we're going to turn this into, let's make it an elephant real quick. And so we'll do that real quick. So I'm going to put a little eye hole here. Hammer would be good. Here we go. All right. So now I'm going to take this down here to the drill. We're going to drill this hole out real quick. I'm going to disappear for a second. Donnie might be able to get a shot at this. I don't know, but this is pretty cool. We're going to drill a hole where the eye is going to go. So we're drilling. There we go. Just kind of get. We just want to have an eyeball there. It'll make sense later, I promise. Okay. So now. So what I like to do, I like to get a trunk going. Elephant has to have a trunk, right? And so I take pliers like this, and so I just start bending, and I'll try to show this the best I can. Just like so. We'll get that into Donnie's camera here. And so I'll try to show it the best I can. Just kind of like this. And so we have something kind of weird looking like that. And I might even go just a bit more, right about there. And that'll come into play later. But now we need to go right over here to this cutter again. And I'm just going to take these legs off, kind of even with that trunk I just made. So we're going to take it off. Again, I'll just put that trunk against the cutter and then just whack, just like that. And so now I'm gonna trim this one piece off right there. So now I got to take it to the belt sander again. I'll be right back. So we'll do this real quick. And we're just sanding this to make it nice and smooth. I do just a real quick sanding on the legs here. Real quick. Yeah, you don't want it to be sharp. Back to the buffer right here to make it nice and smooth. Doesn't take too long. I'll buff that out nice and smooth. Then we'll do the legs nice and smooth. You just don't want it to be sharp. And we'll show you that in just a second. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna cool that down just a little bit, and then we'll show you what that looks like. All right. So we got it all buffed out, cleaned up pretty good. So now I want to take some pliers here. I'll show you this in just a second. That's just to grab a hold of it. And so I'm going to take this trunk we made, I'm gonna move it out. And it'll make sense here in a second. I don't know how well we can see this, but I'm gonna just move that trunk out just like that. And you should be able to start seeing hopefully start seeing an elephant right there. I hope so. And then so now I want to make it an elephant necklace. So we're going to come over here real quick. I'll do this really fast. And I'm going to make a loop in this, what's left of the handle here. Kind of loop it back so we can hook it to a necklace. Or put a necklace through it. And that way you can wear this brand new fork elephant as a necklace. So it looks something like this, and I got a gap in it right now, right here, so I'm gonna close that up. I'll just take a hammer to it and we'll close that all the way down. So we just got to get you a hammer and just kind of close that down. And so just like that, so now we can run a necklace through it. And hopefully you can see a little elephant in there. I'll take him to the buffer here in a little bit and make it nice and shiny. And then we'll show you that here in just a second. Try to get it buffed out nice and pretty. It's definitely getting hot, I can tell you that much. So anyways, we're gonna get this nice and pretty, nice and buffed out. And it's getting really hot. So I'm gonna put it in the water. All right. I'll probably set this out somewhere so we can get a good, well, I'll just hold it in my hand. So guys, so just a little while ago, we had a fork that was super filthy. All right, didn't look like it was any good for anything. And now, I don't know how I'm gonna show this off, but we'll try to get this in the camera. This is what it has become. Very pretty ring and a really cool elephant necklace. And just a little bit ago, it was filthy and nobody would have wanted it. But that's what we do here at the Bent Spoon. We take old things and make them new and give them a new purpose. We call it repurposing. Well guys, thanks for watching. I sure appreciate it.